Prior to 2012, few people in poker knew the name Joe Serock. But after making back-to-back televised final tables in major events on the World Poker Tour, many are now aware that the quiet and aloof young man, often called Flows, has serious game. In fact, if there's one man in poker that's still unaware that Joe Serock knows exactly what he's doing, it's probably Joe Serock. So what kind of plays is he making to propel him to back-to-back final tables? I'm Tony Dunst. Let's break him down. At his first final table this season at Bay 101 in San Jose, Joe was usually grinding a medium-sized stack against players that weren't very good at folding, so he was playing fairly tight. Tonight is a different story, with Joe coming into the final table with a substantial chip lead, and he has repeatedly demonstrated he knows exactly how to use it. First, earlier at this final table, we saw Joe maintain a very active opening range. For instance, Queen 7 offsuit isn't an ideal hand to raise with, but with a major chip lead and a very short-stacked Kyle Bowker still in, Joe knew it was unlikely for anyone to get out of line with him. And although his raise got 2 callers, Joe followed through with a small bet on an ace-rag-rag flop that caused both players to lay down. Then we witnessed Joe continue to use his stack size advantage pre-flop by attacking the medium stacks with light 3-bets while Bowker was still alive but on life support. First he made Sharon lay down king-queen suited, then he got Vides to muck ace-9. These players knew it would be a disaster to get their money in light pre-flop against someone that can afford to gamble with them when there are serious, real money implications if they bust before the crippled Bowker, who indeed ended up going out in 6th place. And while Joe is seemingly oblivious to everything around him off the table,
Joe Serock is looking like a happy beatnik right now.
He's highly aware of his image at the table and how it affects the play of others.
Sharp as a Serock. Change the name to C-Coral.
Joe maintained control once four-handed by firing multiple 3-bets against John Dolan, calling correctly on a dry board with only ace-high, and betting most flops when his opponents refused to fold pre. Now as we enter 3-handed action with Joe holding over half the chips in play, we can only expect him to keep going along the same path. While viewing the final table, 2-time WPT champion Randall Flowers tweeted, "I've never seen Flows show emotion. A true laid-back poker robot assassin." Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself.